Hi, this is Simon Leung back with GLIVE, and hopefully all of you are having a great Sunday. Happy weekend to all of you. Happy middle of the night to the rest of you. But for all of us who are here, right here in the Groove community, we are, of course, very, very excited because, as you know, we've been talking about for weeks and weeks and weeks now. The launch event is only now just about 5 days away. So if you are ready for that, type in a big fat yes. If you're ready, you're excited, type in ready, excited, because we want to make sure that all of you who are watching here right now also have the opportunity to work it in and make sure that you join us for a very, very spectacular event. Now, don't worry if you are brand new, you have no idea what I am talking about right now. In just a short while, I will hopefully give you the resources that you need in order for you to get all caught up. But in the meantime, if you do happen to be new, let us know. If you're joining us live by putting in #live. If you're watching us on the replay, type in a #replay. Let us know where you are from, your country, your city, your time. For me, it is Sunday evening, 6-ish p.m., just because we love you guys so much. We just want to make sure that this is such a spectacular experience for all of you. That's why we want to continue to provide you with value and provide you with training. Now, as always, all of our training, especially if they're on a certain topic, they are very, very sequential, okay? Which means that if you haven't already, what I want to do right now, first and foremost, is to send inside of the chat right now a link that you should be going to, okay? grooveover.to/launch training. Once again, that's grooveover.to/launch training. And once you go there, you should be able to see a page that looks something like this, okay? So as a quick reminder, a PSA, especially for all of you who are brand new, if you don't know what I am talking about when it comes to GrooveAsia, when it comes to our launch expansion project, when it comes to the event that is happening in just a few weeks, a few days time, not a few weeks, it's been a few weeks since we talked about it, but you can also see all these previous training and videos that we've done both live as well as recorded over those past few weeks. And you can see everything that you would need to know about them. For example, if you want to know exactly what it is, watch this first video right over here. It's called the GrooveAsia Launch Event Exclusive Live Virtual Summit Invitation. You'll also be able to see exactly how you can register for it. You'll also be able to see how else you can be a big part of it. Yes, it's going to be a mini Groovathon 2.0 because it's going to be 36 hours straight. Pretty crazy, right? You'll also be able to learn who you will be able to meet. For example, William Hung from American Idol fame, as well as, of course, all of the Groovesters and founders and veterans, the legends in the Groove space as well, for all of us to get to know as well. And of course, if you want to be a big part, a much bigger part in what we do, you're also invited to be our affiliates. Join us as a JV partner in our affiliate program. Check out in this video how you can get your affiliate links as well, all the promotional tools, graphic banners, as well as some additional opportunities where you will be able to learn. And more recently, we also showed you exactly how you can use several different strategies using just Facebook alone to not only promote, but also earn commissions as well. Even if you have no brand, no experience, no product, no service, no list, no members, no nothing, you can still use these strategies. So make sure that if you haven't already, definitely check out as one of the first modules, the Memorial Day special that we did about a week ago now, which is the free affiliate marketing training as the title, but more specifically, we talk about how to use Facebook events. In addition, we also want to show you how, of course, you can promote your Facebook events. And more recently, I believe this was yesterday, we also showed you how you can use Facebook groups for events as well. And so with that said, today is the next logical elements of the training. If you want to learn more about that, type in the word yes so that we know that you are here and you are excited to learn as we continue with not just another affiliate strategy for Facebook groups. In reality, we have done all of the heavy lifting for you, the hard work. So if you want, you can simply copy and paste. Is that awesome? If that's awesome to you, type in the word awesome. If you want to copy and paste, make sure that you do interact, because of course, if I don't think that you want it, maybe you don't, then of course, I'm not going to give it to you. But if I see that at least some of you are interested in that, then of course, we'll give you access to that as well. So in just a moment's time, of course, I will be showing you a lot more about that. But just to give you a little bit of a better idea of what we mean by Facebook groups, this is, of course, one of very many of Facebook groups that we actually have. So for any one of you who might not be in this particular group right now, I want to invite you to go to, and I'm going to type this in, facebook.com/groups/GrooveAsia CM. Now, the reason why I want to invite you to come to this link right now is not just only because I want to invite you into the group, but also I think that there's a lot that you can learn from being inside this group. So for example, once you're over here, you can actually see that, I don't know if you were actually around just several days ago when I showed you this group and we only had like 100+ people inside this group. Well, just to let you know, in just the last few days alone, we have grown tremendously, and now we are over 800 members as well. So by being here, by being an active part of what we do, you will also be able to learn exactly what we are doing, so that you as well can also grow your own groups as well. And of course, it is our goal that with the next few days, this goes into the 1,000+ and into the thousands, perhaps, because we want as many people as possible to be watching our launch event, which is going to be happening right here inside of this group. What is this launch event that you speak of, you might ask, right? Well, if you scroll down in this particular group, you will see right here that more information about the launch event itself can be seen. Of course, if you want to go all the way back to the beginning, we invite you to once again come back to this playlist over here with all this different information and additional resources and links where you will be able to find out more about this launch event itself. So we highly encourage that you do so as well. Another benefit, of course, to being right here inside of this group is that, yes, not only do we have these types of live streams, for example, the show that you're watching right now is also being shown right here inside of this group. Sometimes when it's not in other groups or other channels, it will be inside of this group. Case in point, this one is another live stream that we did about an hour ago, as you can see right here. And this one is exclusive only to members of this community. So if you want some exclusive content, some exclusive training, some additional value, yes, it is me. It's the same hairdo, the same shirt, the same background. This was only recorded about an hour ago. In fact, it wasn't recorded. It was done live, but now it became a live recording because live streams get recorded automatically. Okay, so of course, if you want to be a big part of what we do over here and learn some exclusive content, make sure that once again, you come and join us inside of this community, which you can find right there on the screen. In addition, you'll see that, yes, we also have some additional posts where we welcome, as you can see, just a day ago, we welcomed yet another 300 brand new members, which is absolutely awesome. And Nicholas, which is another one of our Groovesters, our leaders in our community, you can see that he as well also contributes by uploading some video content here as well. This one was as recent as just yesterday, on Saturday. So yes, we do work on weekends because we absolutely feel like there is no time for us to take days off. There's so much to do. There's so much to share, and there's just so much progress to be made that we just want to be working all the time. And when you're passionate about what you're doing, I'm sure you can agree that it is not considered to be work, right? So you can see that we were on for 20 minutes earlier today as well. This was our earlier presentation. But going back to you, okay, and why we are actually here yesterday, yes, we did talk a little bit about Facebook groups, right? But today we're going to be sharing with you a little bit of a slightly different piece of information about what you can do, a slightly different strategy, which yes, you can copy and paste if you want to. So before we actually get in there, okay, before we actually show you exactly what it is that you might be able to do, okay, Well, let's go ahead and talk to a few of you who are in the comments right now. We got Tolu saying, hi, Tolu, from Doha, Qatar. Very good to see you. Great to interact with you. We are, of course, a global community. Dwight is saying, nice shirts. Thank you very much. I think I got this in either Thailand or Vietnam, or maybe it was somewhere in Malaysia. I don't know. I don't remember. But yes, it's definitely a very cool shirt that I like a lot. I'm also a big fan of fries. We also have Honest Reviews saying hashtag live from India. Great to see you. We got Sri saying yes and awesome. Very good. Thank you for interacting. We have Groove Pages Training, which is Nicholas saying hashtag live. And we also have a very good question from Harium, who is asking, isn't FB going to block our account? Well, that's a very good question. And just like how many people ask me, hey, if you do all these things, you know, because I teach people how to do YouTube stuff, I teach people how to do Google stuff, they say, hey, isn't Google going to make all these different changes? And aren't they going to ban your account? And aren't they going to do all these things because they're not going to like what you're doing? Here's the thing. Everything that I do personally, we make sure that they are compliant with different people's terms and services. Okay, all these different platforms, all these different things, we make sure that we do things the right way. If I said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. I also said it yesterday. I also said it in our previous training sessions. Make sure that you don't spam. The reason why you want to make sure that you are in fact listening to these sessions is so that you can in fact learn them the right way, so that you won't get banned, you won't get penalized, as long as you do everything, you know, according to the terms and services. Then of course you will be doing just fine. Harium is also saying love from India. Great to see you. Hope everything is going well over in India. I believe that it was not too long ago that we heard of all the different, you know, very concerning news in regards to the pandemic happening in India. So all of our thoughts, all of our prayers, all of our best positive vibes and energy to all of our friends, of course, not just to India, but all around the world. Right here in Malaysia, I think the situation is not that much better. We're also on full lockdown right now, just because everything just got really, really bad. So hopefully everyone is keeping safe, everyone is doing well, and you and your family and your friends are all doing well as well. Michael is saying, I'm starting to hate Bitcoin. Okay, thank you for sharing that with us. In fact, I'm not using Bitcoin. This is not about Bitcoin. So hopefully, hopefully this is like an off topic for you and that you're just ranting or something like that, right? We also have Tropical Cabbage saying good morning from USA, Virginia. And we also have another friend, Man Yu Lui, saying hashtag live from Malaysia. And Oliver is saying good morning from Virginia, Ireland. Okay. And okay, very cool, interesting. We're also seeing Nicholas just with a new message. If you create a landing page using Groove Pages and include your affiliate link in the buttons on that page, then maybe perhaps everything is according to the terms and services is what you're trying to say, Nicholas. All right, very cool. So in regards to what we want to share with you here today is a slightly more conservative strategy, okay? And really, I do want to begin with a caveat, with a disclaimer, especially with the concerns that have just been arisen, right? That have just been brought to the attention. What if you do things incorrectly? What if you do things wrong? What if you do things that do not apply or comply with different terms and services? Then the answer is yes, Facebook is absolutely going to ban you. If you do something wrong on YouTube, then YouTube is going to ban you. If you do something wrong on Google, then Google is going to ban you. It's the exact same thing with any other platform, and that includes Groove as well. Okay, so that's the disclaimer. Make sure that whatever it is that we're doing, that yes, we are in fact abiding by different people's terms and services. So with that, similar to yesterday's session, we're going to jump right into the groups. And this time, instead of simply creating an event, which if you have the capability to create an event, then of course, that is something that you are allowed to do. If it's not allowed to be done, then why would they let you allow to create an event in the first place, right? So for some of these different groups, they allow you to post. Some groups don't allow you to post. So for the ones that don't allow you to post, then of course it makes sense that we're not going to be posting in those groups, right? So first things first. Of course, if you want a lot more detailed instructions, go back to our training from yesterday right here. You will be able to see a lot more about that. But if let's just say, for example, okay, I want to do a search for digital marketing. If I do a search for digital marketing and I go to where it says groups, right, what you're going to see is you're going to start to see a lot of different groups. Now, once again, each and every single one of these groups, they are going to have their own rules. They are going to have their own policies. And these are the ones that are actually created not by Facebook, but actually by the group owners themselves. So certain groups, they actually allow you to post things. Some groups, they don't. For example, with Groove, they don't allow you to post and self-promote, but they do allow you to, you know, post different posts if you have different messages that we want to share, right? Different resources, whatever else. So with that, different communities, so to speak, have different policies. That's what you need to be aware of. But overview, okay, taking a look at all these different groups, you'll see that this group has 24,000 members. This group has 218,000 members. This group has 184,000 members. This one has 77,000 members. This one has another 153,000 members. Another 123,000, 235,000, 325,000. You get the idea, right? There are plenty of groups out there, many of them which actually have a ton of members. So with that, this gives us as regular community members the opportunity to join these groups and of course have the potential to market to them as well. With that said, you will also need to see exactly what these groups are about. For example, if you join some type of, I don't know, Pokemon or Magic Show or Britney Spears fans type of group, then yeah, they'll probably get hundreds of thousands of members as well, maybe even going into the millions, right? Because they have millions of fans. What you need to be aware of is what these actual topics are about and make sure that it's relevant somehow. Okay, so don't go into a Britney Spears group, as what we just mentioned, and start talking about the GrooveAsia launch event. Don't start talking about, you know, the Groove software. Don't start talking about internet marketing, right? Then, and only then, would that consider to be spam, right? Because with that, of course, this is unfortunately something that's irrelevant to them. But if, let's say, you want to get into something like affiliate marketing, you want to go into some type of a digital marketing group, or people who are looking for jobs or opportunities, right? Then yes, that would be, of course, a very relevant group. Now, as you click through to any of these groups, all right, let's say, for example, I don't know, digital marketing as an example, right? What you'll see over here in some of them is when you ask to join the group itself, they will ask you, let me find one where maybe I can join because I'm not yet a member. Okay, so if you hover over any one of these and you're not yet a member, you can always click on join group. Once you click on join group, okay, you will be able to see if they're asking, well, this time it doesn't, but if they actually have rules, they have things that you want to agree with, very similar to the Groove group, right? They're going to ask you, you know, do you agree to all these different terms and conditions or their policies or different things? Okay, so let's go ahead and try and do this a few more times. Maybe we'll get lucky. And I'm going to click on join group. And looks like this one just let me join. And this one, let's do that one more time for this one, Digital Marketing Malaysia. Okay, this one, very friendly also. We're getting very lucky today. I'm going to go ahead and click into this particular one over here. And okay, here's something a little bit more, right? When you take a look inside of the group itself and take a look at the about, it says, hello, everyone, right? Welcome to the Learn and Earn Facebook group where you get posts on a daily basis about network marketing, affiliate marketing. Subscribe our official network marketing YouTube channel. So it looks like they allow simply anybody to post on here as well. As you can see, there's a lot of different people who are just posting a lot of different things, and it looks like it is allowed. So let me go ahead and join this group because I'm interested. 31,000 people, right? So I'm going to go ahead and click on join group. And as you can see, I guess there's no questions asking me. So very bad examples of what we just shared with you. But of course, if you're not a part of the GrooveAsia group or if you're not part of the Groove group, go ahead and join those. You will see exactly what I'm talking about. When I say that, there's going to be some questions that pop up. Regardless, okay, here's another way that you can choose something that you know would be something that allows you to post. Do a search for free advertisements, okay? And what you're going to see is a whole bunch of groups, right? Free advertising for all. Free marketing and advertising, free advertising your business. Okay, so once you click on see all, you're gonna see a whole lot more. Okay, these are all groups that absolutely allow you, without any fear of banning or repercussions or whatsoever, these are all groups that allow you to actually post stuff. That's what these groups are allowed, and they have tens of thousands of people inside of these groups. So just to clarify, right, it is not against Facebook's terms of services for you to post inside of these groups. That's what they're for, right? It is up to you to make sure that you understand the rules and policies of these groups that you are posting in, so that the owners of those groups, they're not going to ban you, right? They're not going to kick you out of the groups because you are actually providing value. So with that, I want to share with you just really briefly that as long as you find the right groups, right, that allow you to do the right things, you can still get thousands and thousands of people to see your post regardless, right? This one has 37,000, this one has 53,000. In fact, if you find the right groups, you're easily gonna get your messages in front of hundreds of thousands of people in a really short amount of time. Okay, so step number one, obviously, is to find the right group. Step number two now is, once you're in the actual groups itself, what should you post? Right? What type of posting should you do that don't come off as scammy, that don't come off as spammy, that don't come off as something that just looks like everybody else, right? What they do and what they contribute and what they post and everything, you want to distinguish yourself from everybody else. So how can we do that? Well, we don't want to post links. That's number one, okay? Write that down. Don't post links. Because if you post links, that's not going to, it's not to say that it's not going to work. It might work. In fact, it can work, but that's not going to distinguish you from everybody else, because a lot of other people also post links, right? So with that, how do I actually distinguish myself? I want to give you an example of one of the posts that I recently did post inside of this group. And as you can see, this one was quite recent. And we want to kind of do it in a way that makes it look like we are sharing, okay? That we are providing value, that we have the best interest of people in mind. And just like when you're doing, on stage sales on a platform and presentation, and just like when you pick up the phone and do some cold calling stuff, you don't want to come off as one of those, direct sales, very salesy, manipulative type of people, right? You want to build relationships. The best that I have seen, okay? Let's not take a look at this example just yet. The best kind that I have seen is when people go into the groups and they actually start interacting and they start talking to people. They start answering questions, right? They start interacting and engaging with fellow members and building real relationships and letting them know that you are there to help, right? So in most cases, the best world priority, the best world type of scenario is if you can go in there and put yourself in a position where you are somebody of authority, where you can provide help and assistance, and it just looks like that you are there to help. Many of the fellow Groovesters inside of our community do a great job. That's exactly what they do, right? You see people asking questions, you see people interacting, and then you're going to see a lot of people who step up to be leaders. They start answering questions and they start saying things like, hey, yes, so you can follow these steps and do all these things, right? And really just be that resource. Now, of course, there's another kind of people who say, oh yeah, just, PM me, or, I can show you what you can do, or, privately let me know what it is. And some people really just want to help you, right? But then there's also, you're never going to be able to escape this. Some people want to sell you something, right? We don't want to be those people who seem like we want to sell people something. We want to provide value. And when push comes to shove, and we don't have time, right? Now, this launch event is only 5 days away. We don't really have time to build relationships with thousands and thousands and thousands of people, right? And so what is the next best thing? The next best thing, if you are on a time crunch, is to do something like this. And I'll read you really quickly what it is that I wrote. Hi, anyone interested to join us next weekend for this exclusive launch event? During these times, we want to do our part by organizing a free 36-hour straight virtual event featuring the top entrepreneurs and internet marketers in the world, real veterans who have been online for over 15 to 20 years and generate millions for their own businesses, right? So we quickly distinguish that these are not the fake gurus, right? These are not just people who are talking just to be talking. These are real veterans who have been in the game for a very long time, successful for a very long time, have helped thousands of others to do the exact same thing. And now it's their turn, right? So that's the underlying message that we want to send to them. For attendees who share the same positive mindset and attitude, and usually, especially when you're inside these groups, in fact, even when I do these live shows, right, and I'm talking to people individually, or when I'm talking to the masses or whatever else, I always say something like this as well, because we need to stress that if you are somebody who is negative, if you're somebody who likes to complain, if you ask irrelevant questions and you're very frustrated and you come off with a very frustrating type of tone, which kind of bogs down all the energy, hey, we don't want to talk to you, okay? We don't want to entertain you, at least not now. Go out there, go have a walk, go have a drink, do whatever, calm down, okay? Be nice, and then let's talk, right? This is the kind of community that we have. This is the kind of community that we also want to build. Mutual respect, okay? So things like that, very, very important. For attendees who share the same positive mindset and attitude, we not only invite you to join us live, but also get free access to, number one, top digital marketing tools in the industry. Number two, free lifetime access to software that you need anyway to run a business online. Free opportunity as well to start your own business immediately with no product, service, or experience. Complimentary ongoing training and support for life. Invitation to join our free community with multiple live stream trainings every single week, and much, much more. The launch event and all its free bonuses will only happen one time, which is next weekend. Another thing that's really important, right? Make sure that we're always telling the truth. I think that everybody and their dog and their mom and their pet hamster say this, right? One time only, last chance, blah, blah, blah. It's never going to happen again, right? Of course, it's really overdone, especially when that promise is not true, when that scarcity isn't real, right? If it's not a limited time only, if it's not one time, for and forever, then don't say that it is. For us, we can say this as the truth because the launch event is only going to happen once. You can only launch an event one time, right? You can only launch a product, a company, have a launch one time. There will never be another event that will be exactly the same, with the exact same speakers, with the exact same formulas, with the exact same content, with the exact same times, with the exact same schedule. There will never be another event that's going to be just like this happening ever again. That is the truth, right? And so when it's true, go ahead and share that information. Here's the call to action. If you are interested, okay, kindly send a PM. So you see right here, I do not have a link. I do not say click here on this URL, click here on this website, click here, blah, 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 or whatever else, right? If you are interested, kindly send a PM. Okay, some people like to then post in the comments, send PM, even though you say, hey, send me a PM, then they'll tell you to send them a PM, whatever, right? You can send them a PM if you want or not, whatever else. And we will be more than happy to reply with your personalized private invitation details. So as you can see, the call to action is really a soft call to action for them to send you a message when they're interested. And believe it or not, this is something that works extremely well. Now, of course, because it's private and I believe it's also against Facebook's terms and services, you cannot reveal any private information. Okay, so it's very important for us to understand exactly what these different types of terms and conditions are. So for now, I'm not able to show you my inbox, but if you can see it, you will see one after another, probably dozens in just a span of a few hours. PM, more information, right? More details. Please tell me more about this launch event. I want to learn. Please teach me, right? You are actually doing people a favor, okay? Here's the mindset that I want you to have when it comes to promoting anything Groove related. Now, not with anything else, because I cannot speak to any other product, any other service, any other event, or anything else, okay? But what I do know is that when you are here in this community, we bring you nothing but value. Even if you're a free member, okay? Please understand that as a free member, you also are able to see the exact same training right now as all the other paid members, upgraded members. So in reality, all this training is free. The reason why we say we are different is because even if you are a free member, you never upgraded, you never invested anything, what makes us different is that we still continue to train regardless of what your status is, right? For me personally, that's not important. If you are a part of our community, we want to share with you. If you are a part of our community, right, and you're active and you want to learn and you have that positive mindset and attitude that we just talked about, we want to reach out to you and we want to help you, right? You need to actually have this type of mentality in order for you to get any type of value anyway, because we always get a lot of people who like to complain. We get a lot of people who like to, say bad things and all these different things. So there you go, right? We say bye-bye to those people. If we say, and if this is not for them, then we say, this is not for you. Walk away. It's not necessary. They say, if you don't have any nice things to say, then don't say anything at all, right? Well, here's the thing. We want to be nice to people who are nice to us. And so with you, this is your opportunity to be nice to your people, your opportunity to invite people into our launch event, into our community, into everything that we do, because it does nothing except to help them. Even if they decide that they never want to upgrade, we say it from day one. You don't have to, right? Your account is free for life, and that includes all the bonuses, including the community, including training, including live streams that I personally do for you. So there you go, right? Where else are you going to get free training consistently, almost on a daily basis, even on the weekends, even for thousands in USD worth of training and coaching and mentorship? You're not going to get this type of training, right? So with that, you are doing people a favor. Do them a favor, right? Invite them to the launch event. Invite them into our community. So use something like this where it allows you to be able to spread this type of value. And of course, as always, I always want to put a little bit of a note right down here because, if people read it, then great. If people ignore it, then whatever. At least I did my part in telling them the disclaimer. I say, note, would love to have anyone with the right mindset, attitude, and commitment. We also understand that this may not be for everyone. And while anyone is welcome to have their own opinions, please understand that we won't be able to entertain negativity of any kind, as all our efforts will go towards the positive energy to make an impact, especially during these times. If this is for you, we look forward to connecting. If it's not for you, right, then no worries, walk away, we can part as friends. All right. And of course, with every single one of these posts, we also want at least some type of an image to attach to it. And that is the one that we attach with it. And of course, we want to make sure that with the different types of groups that you did post to, this is going to give you some type of additional exposure. All right. So that is pretty much the gist of everything that we have here to show you so far. Before I move in further, I'm going to go ahead and take a look into some of the comments. Unfortunately, just so that you know, with StreamYard, we've been having problems with this over the last several days. Not everybody's messages are actually coming through. So if for whatever reason we cannot see you, right, we cannot say hi to you, then unfortunately, that's just the way that it goes. Maybe we'll go back into the comments at some point and say hi back to you one more time. And speaking of negativity. Speaking of lessons, right? This is a great opportunity, especially in my live streams. And the reason why I say, unfortunately, I'm not able to see everyone because I actually thrive. I actually get excited whenever there is a lesson for us to learn. And this comes on at a very, very relevant time because I was just giving you a lesson, right? About how we need to be nice, about negativity, about all those things. If you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all. For me, I do not go out there and go out of my way and try to negate all of the stuff, all the negativity. I don't hide it and I say, I don't want to show this. I don't want people to see this, blah, 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 whatever else. I don't hide anything. In fact, I see everything as a learning experience. So what I want to do, earlier, we saw a message from a friend, and I use that term lightly, from Michael, right? I am starting to hate Bitcoins and they run everything, okay? So at first I thought that he was just kind of ranting or something like that. But then you see this message. This is Runny Bitcoin, and I mean, it helps if we can actually read it, but from what I see, right, that means you all are scam in progress. First of all, okay, this is not about Bitcoin or anything like that, but second of all, I think that if there is a lesson to be learned, this is it, right? If you are going to get out of your way to say bad things about certain people or communities, which are absolutely irrelevant to what we're talking about in the first place, the only person that loses out is you, right? Because you don't see the opportunity. You don't see the positivity, right? You maybe have a bad perception of Bitcoin, of network marketing, on MLM or something else. But what does that really have to do with us, right? And when you're trying to associate everything else all into one, and you think that we're just, as you said, all of you, right? Just one of them, then unfortunately, you're the one who's going to be missing out on any type of positive, productive, and encouraging type of results that you can get. So if you are in our Facebook group, which you are, Michael, and you feel like this is not the place for you, it's okay. You can leave and find something else that is more suitable for you, right? But at no point are we talking about Bitcoin. At no point are we going to associate ourselves with any of the scams that you just aforementioned, right? And so to me, that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And while we are doing whatever it is that we can do to help you, also help us to help you, right? Stick with the agenda. Know what questions to ask. Know how to improve. That's how we can help you, right? No negativity of any kind is being entertained, as we mentioned in the post, right? But of course, this might be one of the exceptions in these live streams because we want to use these as different types of lessons. So for all of us, make sure that if you are, of course, doing the right thing, you are going to get people like that, right? And that's why we also put that disclaimer inside of the Facebook group, because you're going to get those kinds of people who don't read and they say, oh yeah, this is just another one of those live events type of stuff or previews or speakers, whatever else. You know what we say? They don't know what they don't know. Again, the only people who missed out on the opportunity is themselves. All right, so let's go on ahead and continue on with some of the comments. Let's see. Sri is asking, hi, can we have a copy of this post? I'm not sure if you joined us too late, Sri, but in the beginning, I already said that you can copy and paste. So patience. I think that this is something that we'll continue to provide to you later on when we continue. So stay tuned on that. I'm just getting distracted because there's all these posts coming in. Another Facebook user saying, you're the coolest guy around. Thank you very much. I know, just kidding. And then another Facebook user saying, it's remarkable seeing you on here all the time. I think that you should start your own TV show. I would want to start my own TV show, except I don't want to have that dedicated schedule, right? We want to make sure that everything is, of course, flexible. That is the life of the entrepreneur. We have another Facebook user who's saying difference, Groove and GrooveAsia. Usually we would prefer full sentences. So if you're asking what is the difference between Groove and GrooveAsia, we recommend that you check out our channel that we showed you moments ago right here. Because on our YouTube channel, we actually have hours and hours and hours of information that you can very easily be able to use to differentiate what is the big difference. And also on the ticker right below this video, you should also see an FAQ page. Now, the reason why we created an FAQ page is very simple. If you go to grooveasia.cn/FAQ, it's because we get asked the exact same questions over and over and over again, and it doesn't make sense for us to answer all of them again and again and again and again and again and again every single time that we go on live. Okay, so do us all a favor. Everybody who have questions that are not relevant to what I'm talking about here today, go to grooveasia.cn/FAQ. Go ahead and check out our YouTube channel. Go ahead and go back into our group, because you're going to find pretty much every single question that you will need inside of those groups as well. Okay, and then cool. We have Ronil saying, "Sup, buddy? Good job on the live stream. Best advice to promote Groove as a lifetime member. I bought it back in September 2020. Great to have you on board." Of course, this is a great opportunity, whether you are a lifetime member or not. This is something that is very... Well, actually, this is another question that is on our FAQ. Does it matter if I'm a GrooveAsia.cn free or platinum account holder? It's very interesting because it seems like many people like to ask their questions and prelude it with saying, I'm a lifetime member, or I've been with Groove ever since X, Y, and Z 2020. It's great. We like to know that kind of stuff, but just to let you know, it is not a prerequisite for us to answer your questions. So don't worry about it. Whether or not, as we mentioned earlier, if you're a free or a lifetime member or platinum member, we always, of course, want to make sure that we help you every single step of the way. Okay, so with that, that is our FAQ page. And just really quickly, if we can go back, and I think I've lost, I'm just going to go ahead and type that back in one more time. Facebook.com/groups/GrooveAsiaCM. This is the page that you're ultimately going to want to be if you want to be a big part of what we do, learn more about it, and things like that. Okay. Earlier, if you actually saw, we were at about 812 members. Now we're at 815. So we are quite literally growing every single few minutes with a brand new member. So very exciting. And so for those of you who are not yet a part of this community, with 4 additional requests already, right, you can see that this is absolutely growing, and we invite you to be a big part of that as well. All right, going back, Sri is saying, okay, thanks, got it. Going back to your question earlier, can you have a copy of this post? My question to you, for anybody of you who is watching right now, do you also want to have a copy of that post? Do you also want to have a copy of this, where if you want, simply copy and paste? Maybe if you want to use my image, you can use that as well. If you do, type in yes inside of the comments. Okay, type in yes right now inside of the comments so that we know that we want to share this with you and that you actually want it. For those of you who actually think that this is something that could be helpful to you, all right, I'm going to go ahead and paste in this link for you right now. Hariam is saying yes, very good, thank you. I'm going to paste this in right here. And you are going to want to go, another Facebook user is saying yes. You are going to want to go, technical difficulties, there you go, grooveover.to/FB posts, okay? You're going to want to go to grooveover.to/FB posts. Once you go to grooveover.to/FB post, you are going to see a page that looks something like this. Okay, so we have some anonymous people who are joining us in this already. You can see that this is just, in fact, a regular Google document, but that's all we need to share this kind of information with you, right? Here's the thing. I believe that this is just for you to view. You cannot edit anything. So what I plan to do is I want to continue to add a few more different posts that you can use as time goes on, if that's okay with you. Is that okay? If that's okay, type in okay so that I can continue to work for you to add more posts that you can copy and paste. And I'll also add in a few more pictures and images that you can use as well. The beauty of everything that we do, especially in this particular community, and especially if we're using this particular platform, right? We're just using Google Docs, is you can go ahead, come to grooveover.to/FB post at any time. And you can see that right here, I've already added in that post that I just read out to you. The same post that I posted in the other groups that got me some really, really good results, okay? So you can get started already. For all intents and purposes, you can start right now. Nothing is stopping you, okay? Do it, take action, make sure that you maximize the time, because once again, this event is happening in just about 5 days from now. Take action right now. However, if you want to come back every now and again, I do plan over the next few days to maybe add in a few more different posts that I have also tested, that I know will also work, that will allow you to also, once again, copy and paste. Also, just download any of these or take a screenshot if you need to. Use that as your images. Post this into Facebook pages, Facebook groups, your own profiles, or whatever else. You can post this anywhere you want. In fact, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, or whatever else, Instagram even, right? This is an amazing opportunity for you to do this even without doing your own work. All right. So here, as you can see, as promised, copy and paste. This is something that you can use right now. Okay. If you're able to access this, let me know. If you're not able to access this, let me know as well. We can troubleshoot it if we need to. But the very same purpose, the only purpose that I am here, okay, is not to tell you about Bitcoin, it's not to compare ourselves to the other so-called scammers around the world, is to deliver true value to the very small, limited ones of you who actually have that positive mindset, that positive attitude. You do want to learn, you do want to take action, and you do want to generate those results. If you're watching up until right now, 45 minutes into the live stream, then we are talking to you, because I will tell you, the majority of the people, they're not even gonna want to watch. Even more, they start watching, but they leave in 30 seconds, in 1 minute, in 5 minutes, in 10 minutes, or whatever else, because they think that they have better use of their time to be doing something else, okay? This means good news for you, because for every single one of these high value trainings that we continue to do, only a small percentage of people, such as yourselves, actually sit through and take the time to watch them, to learn it, and to implement it. You are the action takers, and I guarantee you are going to be the top success and the top affiliates of our communities. You just wait and see. Okay, so don't give up. Keep up the good work. Continue to not only take action on all these things and apply what you've learned, but also continue to learn as well, because we are going to continue to share additional training over the next few days before the launch event, and even after that subsequently as well. Okay, so make sure that you do not lose that fire. More importantly, make sure that you do join us over that 36 hours, because you're going to learn some amazing, amazing content as well. Okay, so as we end here today, all right, that is pretty much the message that I have here for you. We also have a few other people who are saying hi that I just want to acknowledge right now. Facebook user is saying yes. Man is saying yes as well. Ronil is saying okay. Okay from Hariam and Madhu and Sri. And okay from Man once more time. Sri is saying okay. And then Sri is saying thanks, Simon. Awesome. From South Africa. David, great to see you. Another Facebook user saying yes. Okay. So with all of that, once again, any other questions that you might just have, keep in mind, write this down if you haven't already. Go to GrooveAsia.cm/FAQ, and you will be able to see a lot of these questions. For example, what is exactly GrooveAsia? How can I sign up for an account? What is the difference between Groove and GrooveAsia? What is the launch event all about? Can I promote the event, right? How do I get my affiliate links? Does it matter where I am located, right? All these questions that I am actually seeing right here on the chats, all these questions are answered for you, okay? So go ahead, do us a favor, go right here to where it says grooveasia.cm/FAQ. Once again, it doesn't make sense for us to answer all these questions again and again and again. And that's why we encourage you to go to grooveasia.cn/FAQ. I guarantee at least all of the questions that I see on the page right now that is associated and related to what I'm talking about. Make sure that we're on topic, right? All of these questions are answered right here because I respect your time and I respect everyone's time. It doesn't make sense for us to repeat the same things over and over. So with that, I do want to thank you for your time here today. It is always a great opportunity to continue to connect with you at any chance that we can. And of course, we also want some additional ways for you to be a big part of everything that we do, because if it is something that we like for you to do, then be absolutely certain that this is something that we will continue to do for you. All right, so let us know if this is the type of training that you want to continue to see, and we will do our utmost best to continue to do so. Now with that, I want to thank you for your time, for being here today. Take action right now. Make sure that you let us know whatever relevant questions about GrooveAsia that you might have. Let us know in the comments. And of course, we look forward to seeing you all the way at the very top. See you again. Maybe tomorrow we have some additional very exciting things to share with you. See you then.
You gotta get into the groove.